Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from Radio 1.
Welcome back, and One with Indie, a brand new segment where we actually go ahead and celebrate independent artists from our country, which is brilliant. And there is no drought of independent artists. There are plenty. But finding the diamond in the rough is the tough task, and our team is literally on it every single day, trying to find the best of the best to give out to our audiences. Joining me right now is Vivek Mahajan, an ex-colleague and a musician. Vivek, how are you doing today?
Hello, Aniket. I'm all good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So, Vivek, how has been the last few months of your life right now?
Well, it's been quite of a roller coaster as of now. We just the whole family's recovering from COVID. We all got infected, and now thankfully, everything is good, and everyone is getting better by the day. Also before that, considering the lockdown and everything, you know how things are going on, and it's quite tough for people to sort of maintain their sanity at this moment. But I think we should also be grateful that we are alive and living at this moment right now. So that's all that I would like to say.
That is absolutely fine, because at such points in life, what to say and what not to say, it becomes the toughest task. So let's not bother you with life and philosophy. Let's talk about music, man. So Vivek, even when we used to speak earlier, we had conversations about you being a musician, you choosing the musician's life. I've seen you play live at events in the office. I've had the privilege. So let's take us back into the time. What got you into music? How did you step into this thing that, hey, listen, I want to not just sing, write, and compose, but I want to be a full-fledged musician? What got you into this?
Well, I think the first step, of course, is friends. Borrowing mixtapes from friends, and luckily I had a friend who had a guitar with himself. And I borrowed the guitar for a whole year. Month by month by month, and so that's how I got into music. So and afterwards, I think it was when I got into engineering. I was it was my fifth month into this course, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? I have to do something that is, that appeals to me, that makes me happy. So that's when I decided to study music full on. And, apart from working side by side, I've been working on my music, writing stuff. So it's been a long journey, to get where I am right now. And, the journey isn't over. So that's how it all started.
So it's the typical engineer learning his new destiny story that happened with you, Vivek. Is that true? Or was it audio engineering that you chose?
No, that wasn't the audio engineering. It was, I think it was electrical engineering that I chose. But then again, with academics, it's that, how it's peer pressure, how you get into it. So, you have to do your non-medical, you have to go for your BSc, all your friends are going there. So you're just going in that direction. But somehow, down the line, I think everyone realizes their own sort of path to tread. So, I think this was mine, and that's how I took it.
Very beautiful. Now, here's an important question. Could you take us back to those first few memories of you making your own music? Well, of course, you would have seen people perform, and you would have adapted, but then there would have been a moment in your life when you started making music. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, making music was something that got on to me pretty early on. It wasn't that I was listening to a lot of music and then experimenting with it, and then, finally coming up with my own music. But once I started learning a few chords, 3 or 4 chords, I sort of started to make my own progressions, see where it goes, write stuff over melody. And I think that's how it is even right now, and how it's continued to be so. It's still that sort of learning phase, how music comes to you randomly. I don't force anything upon myself, but I just let it come to me naturally.
All right, that's fantastic. Now let's talk about your brand new album, The Reason Why We're Here. This is an absolute gem. I mean, I don't know why I couldn't hear this while you were working with me.
Thank
I
you so
should have
much.
asked people around, hey, do you got some Vivek's music? Maybe that would cheer me up. But nonetheless, this entire album, Walking Backwards, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this album. Let's talk about the inspiration and the songs on this album. How did that happen?
So firstly, a little fun fact for you. This wasn't meant to be an album. This is Walking Backwards is sort of a, journey of, I think, more than 10 years of songwriting and contemplating. And it wasn't meant to be an album, but somehow during this lockdown period, I was like, let's re-record all of these songs, at home. So this is all it's all home produced album,
Mm-hmm.
done by myself, recorded and produced at home only. And the thing is that somehow all of these songs they flow into each other. So once I was just listing them down, and bang, there was an album. So that's how it got to be. And Walking Backwards, the title track,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think it was one of the songs that was closest to my heart. And it sort of depicts the journey of a guy who's wishing to walk back in time, rewind, undo all of his mistakes, sort of take a break from this progression that's going on, this uh, run of the mill work that people are doing, and go to the safest place possible in the world, that is his mother's womb. So sort of an implosion happening in life rather than exploring out into the world and scattering into pieces.
That is so beautiful. I mean, that is everyone's sentiment at this point of time. Go a little back in time to those happier, safer days when things were
Yeah.
the way they were. Absolutely, absolutely loved every bit of that song. If I have to ask you, not to choose your favorite, but to choose a song that you would make other people listen from this album, apart from the title track, which is Walking Backwards, what other songs that you would suggest? Ki, hey, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this.
Uh, I would say, apart from Walking Backwards, there are a couple of songs that I would suggest. One is called As We Lie, and the other one is a very recent, composed song, which is called When to Lose. So basically, it talks about, it's all about self-reflection, how we are, in this current world living, and what is imposed on us, the kind of thinking perception goes on, what we think is success, but it isn't. So that song is all about that sort of self-reflection mode going on. So I would say
All right.
Win to Lose, I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. That's right there. Vivek Mahajan with us. You've performed live, and now you, since the last 2 years, haven't really been to any music festival. How does that feel, Vivek? How does that feel?
But it sucks quite a lot, mind please don't mind my language, but
No, no, it's
that's
absolutely
it's
true. It sucks. It absolutely sucks, man.
it's tough, especially for musicians. I don't do much of live work, but other friends and colleagues, that I know, it's been really tough on them. And even for people, who really like to go to, festivals, music festivals, go to concerts, live events, that whole vibe is missing now. Everything has moved on to digital, like this interview right now, rather than, us sitting face to
True.
face. We're on
True.
a laptop.
All right, all right. That's about it. Walking Backwards right now playing on 94.3 Radio 1. You can definitely go ahead and check it out. Vivek Mahajan has his playlist on Spotify, has his playlist on YouTube. Where else can we find your playlist apart from these two main streaming sites?
Well, you can find this album on all major streaming sites. Amazon Music. It can be Apple Music as well. Ghana, any other major streaming
All
site you
right.
can go to.
All right. All you have to do is type in Walking Backwards and Vivek Mahajan, and you will be where you need to be. That is fantastic. So, Vivek, I have my audiences waiting for you. All right. And I cannot let them go dry and high. I would want you to go ahead and sing a little bit of Walking Backwards just for everybody. just to get that live feel that we all crave at this point of time.
Sure. Please don't mind my singing, at this moment, because I'm just recovering from COVID. So
It's absolutely
I
fine,
hope all's
man.
forgiven.
Yeah.
And as my mom, she threw me out of her womb, and I would be okay. She just assumed. And then they cut me off her. Well, that was a start. Learn to be okay and live life apart. Grew up and made friends, and I played around. And I was happy shopping life with the fair discounts. But then life caught on, things began to change. And places were empty, and people were strange. Walking backwards is what I thought I'd do. 'Cause with the way forward, I don't have a clue. Walking backwards is just the way to be. So I walk backwards to me.
Brilliant. Brilliant. It's an
Thank you so
absolute
much. Thank
mood
you.
of a song. It's an absolute vibe. That's the song that everybody should be listening to in these times. That's a fact. That's no cap right there. Vivek, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much
giving
for
us your
having me
time.
on the show, Aniket. Yeah.
And thank you so much for giving us this great music. Yeah.